I really like Killer Frost, the new legendary character from Injustice 2 Mobile. She's really good. She's a great support. NRS released a video about her yesterday. Everything they've said about her, she's meant to be a support and not the main damage dealer. However, guys, she can be very frustrating. And in true fashion, she frustrated me in this match. This first match is Killer Frost and Scorpion, legendary Scorpion. Scorpion has always been a good character, but it's difficult to have a team for him where he can one-shot without having maybe health reduction. It's not, he has not really been consistent with one-shotting. He has actually been more of a support for raiding. But if you combine Killer Frost, the problem that Scorpion has, which is when he does his special 3, where he does his damage from, he does his special 3, he does basic attacks against the opponent, and he's able to do some extra damage on basic attacks, which is why we have Justice League the Flash here for extra hits on our fast attack. It's very, 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 very important for Scorpion. Because of the passive of Killer Frost, where you get to freeze the opponent with your specials, it means now the opponent cannot be jumping anyhow whenever you do your specials, and that is great. But two things can go wrong, and those two things messed up my match. Number one, Killer Frost, a special one that applies Frostbite, can be dodged by the opponent. You will see it in this match maybe a couple of times. But if you are not careful, you can do your special one, it misses, and you've lost a special. And you know that my own Killer Frost is just 3 stars. It means I only get 1 bar health power reduction, power cost reduction rather. If I had her on 7 stars, I have 2 bars. It means it's easier for me to do specials, and that's what makes me believe if you have her up to 7 stars, she can be a very good asset for your team. That power cost reduction is going to be amazing. But in my case, I only have 1. It's like having a low level Dr. Fate, so silver Dr. Fate. So yeah, it's really hot. But yeah, I don't have that power reduction. I only have 1 power reduction, and the special one, which is also help me to apply Frostbite on the opponent, it can be easily dodged. That doesn't mean you cannot use it. You can use it, but if you are going to use that special one, make sure you do it in a combo. So don't do a full combo, just do a couple of basic attacks, and within doing your tap, just hit the special one. Don't do it at the end of a combo. Don't do it when the opponent is blocking or somewhere else. They will just drop and dodge it. So that's one thing I realized. And number 2, my game was skipping heavily in this match. I don't know if you noticed it because of the editing, but yeah, it was skipping heavily. There were times that my combos were not completing. And I'm saying this for Scorpion, not even for her, because even without my game skipping, Killer Frost basics are not great. You can easily miss them. You can be tapping and it just feels like she just stops. Like she just gets tired in the middle of the fight and be like, bro, I'm not hitting the opponent anymore. I'm tired. Pay me my salary. Anyways, yeah, her basic attacks are not great. Her special 1 can be dodged. I don't know about her special 2 and special 3, but it means that I don't even have the luxury of using her special 2 and special 3 because I am low on power costs. At the beginning, you want to do as much specials as you can. Just 1 special 1 that lands from Killer Frost and 2 special 1 from Scorpion. You are set. You've activated your Zatanna's puppet. It's that easy. But once that special 1 was missed, I've lost that power. Now I'm struggling to get started. I started very, very late in this match, and that's cost me, and I was left with 5k damage. In fact, I thought I saw 5k damage here, but at the end of the match, I saw it was just 1 damage. So yeah, if you're going to use this team is great. I love this team. Even at just 3 stars Killer Frost, this team can work very well for you. But you notice I had 2 max stat artifacts in the match, and you have to play well. You have to make sure that you are not missing specials the way I did in this match. But this is actually a viable team. This is a team that can work for you. You can use this here, and you can use your what is it called, raiding. You can use your raiding with Raven in a different match, while you use Scorpion and Killer Frost in a different match, and I think it's going to work perfectly. I love the team. Once I can get used to fighting with Killer Frost, I think this team is going to be excellent. Of course, she has her issues, but I think once you know the issues, then you can know how to manage. You can't play Killer Frost the way you play other characters in this game, or let me say most other characters in this game, because there are some other characters that have really weird basic attacks as well. Now I've worked with 2 maxed out solo raid artifacts. I know that many of you are not going to have 2 maxed out solo raid artifacts, so I got thinking, What if I were to use just one? Will this work? Now, in this case, I'm using just one solo raid artifact, and one advantage this gives me is that I get to use 2 Zatanna's puppets on both my Scorpion and on my Killer Frost, Fire and Ice, if you would believe it. And I say a little bit of a segue. I think what Killer Frost is on this team is what Sub-Zero should have been. The passives they've given to Killer Frost should have been the passives for Sub-Zero, but of course Sub-Zero is a good character and they will likely have restricted the passives to just Mortal Kombat team anyway, so I guess it's a good thing we have it on Killer Frost because we get to use her passives with other legendaries. Anyways, that's just my own thinking. If this were Sub-Zero and Sub-Zero has really good basic attacks, it would have been perfect. That's by the way. For this team, like I said, we are using just one solo raid artifact and we're using 2 Zatanna's puppets for Killer Frost and Scorpion. What the advantage that gives you is that it's way easier to trigger Zatanna's puppets passive since you now have 2 characters using Zatanna's puppets. But that doesn't mean you need it. You don't need it, just makes it easier. And of course, if you have like a 7-star if you have a 7-star Killer Frost, you already have reduced power cost by 2 bars. And that's, trust me, you may think that it's not much, but start fighting and you realize, oh, because the amount of seconds it takes to load 1 bar, it's enough for, like, if you calculate the effect, the ripple effect over the match is very huge. So with 3 stars Killer Frost, it can still be done, but you have to be very careful, play her very well, don't miss your specials like I did, and of course hope that your phone doesn't start hanging or having connection issues. And yeah, I think you'll be set. I was quite impressed with the amount of damage I did here. If I'm being honest, I didn't even think this thing would go far because I saw that with 2 artifacts, the match was going towards the end. And the truth is that even if I had played well on that first battle, I probably would have had maybe 10-20 seconds left, which is not that great in the sense that it means that with 2 max artifacts, you need to get close to the end of the match. That means it's doable, but it doesn't give you hope for the team. But to my surprise, using just a single solo raid artifact, I guess the advantage of activating Zatanna's puppet early contributed a lot because I was able to do a huge amount of damage, more damage than I expected. Anyways, 1.6 billion damage is not bad at all, but it shows that you will need at least 1.5 solo raid artifact to really get this team to one shot. At least that's what I think for now. Maybe a more optimal gameplay may come along and this would work, or maybe a different team up, maybe a different team member. These are things that we could try. Anyways, that's about it. If you enjoy my videos, you have any more suggestions for Killer Frost, let me know in the comment section. I'll see you guys on the next one.